In 2022, I didn't jog. In 2023, I didn't jog. In 2024, I didn't jog. In 2025, I still haven't jogged. This is a running joke.
I told the cop, "You can't write me a ticket. I have a marathon to run tomorrow." The cop said, "Sir, that's not how you play the race card."
It's pretty obvious that if you run in front of a moving car, you will get tired. But if you run behind it, do you just get exhausted?
I'm never again donating money to anyone collecting for a marathon. They just take the money and run.
If you're being chased by a serial killer, you're both running for your life.
My friend Tai came first in the Beijing Marathon, but wasn't awarded a gold medal. The Chinese refused to acknowledge Taiwan.
I'm not racist, but my least favorite race is half marathons.
Paul McCartney was disqualified from the London Marathon. Banned on the run.
Where did the Helsinki Marathon end? At the finish line. It's a running joke at my office.
Why are librarians the fastest runners in a marathon? When told to run, they just book it.
What would you feel if you ran and won a marathon? The thrill of victory. And the agony of defeat.
Reason why you should take up marathon training. It will help you in the long run.
Lent is the best time of the year to run a marathon. Because that's when you fast.
What's a good name for a questionable marathon in Louisiana? Let me run this by you.
I'm thinking of running a marathon again, I told my wife. You've run a marathon before, she asked, with an air of admiration. No, I replied, but I've thought about it.
How do you know if your friend has done a marathon? Don't worry, he'll tell you.
My son is great at marathons, but horrible at the 100-yard dash. It's okay though. He's better off in the long run.
I competed in a marathon in the Middle East once. That's right, Iran.
My son beat my neighbor in a marathon race. He's now in custody for assault.
I had to break up with my girlfriend after she finished marathon training. Long-distance relationships aren't for me.
My mom was a 100-meter runner and my dad was a marathon runner. Sadly, no one approved of their relationship. In the old days, no one liked mixed-race marriages.
I ran a marathon with my Bible in my hands. Now my psalms are all sweaty.
Did you hear about the nudist who competed in the marathon? He had a winning streak.
There's a sitcom about marathons. Lots of running gags.
There should be limos parked every few miles during a marathon, so that runners know when they pass the last one that it's the final stretch.
A clock started training for a marathon. Now everyone's mad it runs fast.
Did you see that well-dressed man sprinting past? He was absolutely dashing.
What do runners eat before a sprint? Nothing, they fast.
A comedian would do a set, each show, where he sprinted to either side of the stage with his mouth tied up. It was a running gag. We'll resume the fun and laughs right after this message.
I just got a new personal best in the 100-meter sprint. 64 meters.
Where did the Headless Horseman place in the 100-meter sprint? Second place. He squashed the rest of the competition, but as for first place, he just couldn't get ahead.
What cell service provider do track stars use? Sprint.
I saw a couple cops sitting outside of a Sprint store yesterday. They must have been looking for runners.
If you are looking for commitment, don't date someone who runs in a bunch of sprints, but never has run in a marathon. You don't want to marry a racist.
The other parents at the track asked me why my son was sprinting with denim pants on. I said it runs in his genes.
While I was at the gym, I decided to hop on a treadmill. People started giving me weird looks, so I started jogging instead.
This morning, I jogged around the block 15 times. Then I picked it up and put it back in my kid's toy box.
When I'm struggling to remember something, I go out for a slow run. It's how I jog my memory.
I tried to cheat during my jog by taking a shortcut through some bushes, not realizing it was poison ivy. It turned out to be a rash decision.
New research shows going for a run topless helps fight off Alzheimer's. Apparently it really helps to jog the memories.
I feel sick every time I go for a jog. It's a running gag.
My grandma took up jogging 5 miles a day at the ripe old age of 65. She's 92 now and nobody knows where she is.
What happens if you take a laptop computer for a run? You could jog your memory.
My name is Aaron. My son's name is Aaron too. Every morning, we go for a jog together. When my wife asks where we went, I tell her we were just running errands.
Whenever my wife wants me to go jogging, I immediately wrap myself with an American flag. Because those colors don't run.
Do you know that exercising helps with decision making? It's true. I went for a jog today and decided I'm never going again.
My friend loves to jog uphill. He always feels inclined to do so.
Always poop before you go for a jog. Otherwise you might get the runs.
I jogged over to Randazzo's Clam Bar in Sheepshead Bay. And I pulled a muscle.
Whenever I see someone jogging on a cold winter morning, I always think to myself, wow, I'm so impressed that I am up this early.
Usain Bolt must be a fruit. Have you seen that mango?
Usain Bolt's career is over. At least he had a good run.
Usain Bolt's children are very fast. It seems like it runs in the family.
Who's the opposite of Usain Bolt? You insane nut.
Just saw a robber run 100 meters faster than Usain Bolt. It was a criminal record.
What does Usain Bolt eat before the big Olympic race? Big Mac and fries. It's fast food.
What does Usain Bolt put on all his food? A dash of pepper.
I saw this woman flirting with Usain Bolt down the pub earlier. She's trying to pull a fast one, I thought.
Usain Bolt has coronavirus. I guess there is something that can catch up to him.
I'm Bob Jeffy.
And I'm Montgomery Jones.
We're on a mission to spread the laughs and groans far and wide, so please do us a favor and share just one of these jokes with your family and friends today. Thanks.
Looking for the gift for Dad? We have the official Daily Dad Jokes Podcast electronic joke button now available on Amazon. A massive 500 preloaded dad jokes guaranteed to make you laugh and groan. Check the show notes page for the link. The Daily Dad Jokes Podcast is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for social media links and joke credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com. Looking for the gift for Dad? We have the official Daily Dad Jokes Podcast electronic joke button now available on Amazon. A massive 500 preloaded dad jokes guaranteed to make you laugh and groan. Check the show notes page for the link. The Daily Dad Jokes Podcast is produced by Classic Studios. See the show notes page for social media links and joke credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.